Hello and welcome back to our Astra Militarum Commander Soldier, or what I like to call Range Specialist Rogue Trader Hard Playthrough. To quickly recap, you can kind of see here we are definitely prioritizing kind of the ranged ability. We're already at 60 ballistic skills, which is fantastic. Without further ado, let's jump right in. To recap here, we have just completed the Chosen One, so we're still in. I believe this is technically Act One. Um, I think the beginning was the prologue, so I believe we're in Act One, and we are trying to effectively repair the ship enough to then head over to Footfall. We still need to find the Inquisitor. We still need to find a Tech Priest, and we still need to replenish the much needed people power of our ship. Now, we did just save Lord Winterscale's, I guess, son or progeny, some relation to him on Rykadi Philia. So I think we're going to talk to him here in a minute. But first, Voxmaster Vigdis. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I received several messages from different decks complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship's cogitators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious, and no tech litany or ritual pacification can rid them of this obstinacy. The tech priests can deal with the vessel systems, but the servitors, they make errors in their tasks, disobey orders, change the assigned rituals, or sometimes downright freeze as if in a trance. Abelard. A click comes through the Vox channel, followed by a weary sigh. Lord Captain, occurrences such as these are caused by errors in cogitator calculations or have some other sensible explanation. I beseech you not to take after those who whisper about the ship being cursed or possessed. Adira joins the channel and chimes in playfully. Oh, don't start, old man. All these peculiar happenings have long since turned into local legends. A door slams shut, a lumen starts flickering. Folk have grown used to all that, so our resident ghost has decided to up the ante. I'm telling you, things are only going to get worse from here. Vigdis. The technomats inspected the servitors and concluded they are in pose no danger. According to the servants of the Omnissiah, such behavior is caused either by echoes of minds not completely eliminated, or by manifestations of the machine spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's task considerably more difficult, and High Factotum Janus Janrock would like to discuss how he should deal with a defective property. He is awaiting your audience on the bridge. Alright, good to know. Oh, hold on. What's happening? I... Alright, Master Helmsman Raver, the Wax Records of Life, and Master Helmsman Raver addresses you. What we have here, Lord Captain, it's not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting in the local asteroid field. It sure is quiet, like it's huddled up there on purpose. It's not like I'm surprised. The thing is more scrap heap than ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on it. We are registering critical damage to the hull and depressurization of several compartments. Oh, there is an incoming transmission now, too. Hear us? Vox transmission hisses abruptly, cuts to static. Do not require assistance. Pete, do not require assistance. Copy. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Protects. Lord Captain, I am told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To be brief, there is an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near Rykadi Philia colony that is refusing help, which, not to put too fine a point on it, has not yet been offered to them. Raver, can we establish communications? Let the vessel identify itself. Yes, Lord Captain. The connection is established. Unknown vessel, we are receiving you. Identify yourselves. I repeat, identify yourselves. For a brief moment, the Vox only hisses and snaps, and then several voices at once start shouting over. Don't tell him, don't tell him. We are done for. This is Thunder Fang. We, one of the voices falters uncertainly, and is replaced by another. A merchant vessel. Do you copy? We are a private vessel. A merchant vessel, of course they are. Damn, my stupid head. Where did I hear this name before? Thunder Fang. Alright, damage report. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by the guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge has been almost completely obliterated. Two of the engines are critically damaged. Someone gave them a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away. What happened to you, Thunder Fang? The Vox responds, bursting into a cacophony of sounds and words and emotions. Someone chuckles bitterly, another swears with some foul expletives, and yet another hisses, furiously demanding that the others shut up. You manage to make out little from all this noise. We were just flying, minding our own business, straight out of the blue and open fired. Miracle that we got away. Emperor protected. And then, more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks, are left without our help. We never got to them. Why can't we identify you? You can make out hoarse, furious whispering over the crackling of static. Why? I don't know. What if? Certainly not. Whispering dies in a clear, youthful voice cuts in through the static. Our vessel is badly damaged. Damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you. Careful merchant vessel. Thunderfang does not require aid. Alright. Um, we're gonna shut this down. Thunderfang, now stop playing games. Explain again why you forgot. Again, what you forgot in the area. This time, I highly recommend the truth. Happy now? What have you done? Idiot, it's too late now. The Vox channel is again filled with an angry whispering several voices. Whisper and static are drowned by a clear and slightly frightened voice. Do you copy? We are from the Fellow of the Void. We did not come here to loot, on a different business, to help our own out of jail. Do not hurt, please. We already had our Chronos cleaned. How about striking a deal? Our is full of plunder, I mean goods. In case you're unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions of the Chronos Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics solely because they sometimes have vox conversations with those whom they are about to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the macro cannons to shake the scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it. Oh, I think this is the group that we saved on the penal colony. High Factotum Janus, the honeyed voice of the High Factorum interrupts the translation with a polite cough. I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you. Although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward questions, the Fellowship of the Void remains a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially when jumping to warp is impossible. Alright, Thunderfang, prepare for commercial exchange. Let's see here. We have profit factor 13. Reputation. So we can trade all these. 3,000. What? Hold on here. First off, we have to figure out how to go to the board. So Fellowship of the Void. I don't know what happens if do we get like a better discount. So we're gonna go for it. Show tradable. We're gonna trade. We're level 2. And then we're gonna come back here. This is not any cheaper. The wearer's range attacks increase target dodge. Ooh. Got a flamer. Kind of nice. Auto gun. War World Origin. World property plus 10 parry. Base arm property plus 10 dodge against melee attacks. Plus 10 parry. Light. Stalker gloves. The wearer range attack hits an enemy. The wearer gains plus 5 bonus to critical hit chance for the next range attack. The same enemy does not stack. Noise suppression. Reaper Cape grants 12% dodge reduction to the wearer's melee area attacks. Ooh, great sword. Oh, I see. So this is 0, level 1, and then level 2. Gotcha. Medal of Alacrity. When the wearer targets an ally with the Bring It Down ability for the first time in combat, the ally gains plus 1 additional action point. Wow, okay. Power Maul, Medkit. We're not gonna purchase anything. I might regret it. So, regret, um, regret not buying anything. But we're gonna go back to the bridge here. We gotta talk to Janrik. I forgot, down there's where we need it. So, first off, I'm kind of curious. Who do we have here? Master Helmsman Raver, Cassie Argenta, Boxmaster Vigdis, Cronus Expanse, High Factotum, Adira. Alright. So, what happened to, um, how may I help serve you? Fellowship. Connect me to the vessel's main channel. I wish to bolster the morale of my crew. Alright, it is done, Lord Captain. We gained 44 experience. You address crew with a rousing speech. Um, that'll be all for now. Great. Where is the Winterscale dude?
Lord Captain.
Um,
Lord Captain.
Let's go resolve this. The corpulent man in lavish clothes bows before you, not without difficulty. A servo skull rolls over his shoulders while the fingers of his augmented hand drum against the sheaf of paper he's holding. Greetings, your lordship. Janra Sandrock at your service. Alright, Vigdis informed me about a problem with the servitors. What happened? You see, your lordship, the ship's servitors have been malfunctioning of late. They violate protocols, interrupt their tasks, observe crew members for long periods of time, and move erratically with no meaning or purpose. Janice Janrock nervously pulls on his luxurious frock coat. Had it been a routine technical fault, I would have decided the fate of these servitors myself, but I deem it necessary to notify you. I do not wish to hide such irregularities. Wow, I cannot speak, to the Lord Captain. You wish to observe the servitors' unusual behavior before you decide their fate. This can be arranged, so I wish to take a look and decide. Let me see. When his lordship, so this is interesting. It's, I guess, Janrock's journal. When his lordship arrived at the scene, he found the servitors in the same position that they assumed after they had been corralled into the bay, all sitting in a long spiraling line and facing the center of their strange formation. The moment his lordship crossed threshold of the bay gate, their bodies jerked into motion, all as one, as if obeying a command. The servitors turned to face the Lord Captain. The technomats tasked with overseeing the defective units even reached for their weapons, but then the servitors went still just as abruptly, staring at his lordship with vacant eyes. All present held their breath, disturbed by the sight. We waited for the Lord Captain to speak. Alright, let's take several steps towards the servitor. Immediately the servitors, each and every one of them, stepped toward the Lord Captain in perfect unison. They mimicked his movements with frightening precision, and the rogue trader halted in place and after a moment's thought waved his hand, and the servitors just as synchronously repeated the gesture as well. When the Lord Captain turned quizzically to the technomats, so did the servitors as if mocking him. Whatever the Lord Captain did, be it an incline of the head, a wave of a hand, or a step to the side, the defective units repeated it without a moment's delay or hesitation, like grotesque marionettes controlled by an unseen puppeteer. We observed this meme unfold in distress but bafflement for nearly a minute until the servitors finally came to a stop. Not sensing any threat from them, the rogue trader approached with confidence. The Lord Captain examined the servitors. As high factotum, it was I who had prompted that entire inspection, and thus it was my duty to follow the Lord Captain as we stepped closer. We noticed a fascinating irregularity. The servitors' pupils, normally still, were shaking wildly. Their bulging veins were pulsating under their copper collars inscribed with their past offenses. It was as if those mindless half-machines were locked in a perpetual state of extreme tension. A visibly shaken technomat behind us proposed that the human souls had awakened within the servitor's body after a long slumber deep in their lobotomized brains. Formerly bereft of intelligence, they had attained awareness, feelings, and understanding. After a pause, Technomat added that the servitors used to function properly and that not one had been able to explain the change in their behavior. His gaze still trained on the motionless but animate half-machines and half-people. Lord Captain, we're not going to go heretical, stepped away from the servitors. All present held their breath, disturbed by the sight, and we waited for the Lord Captain to speak. His Lordship Shadow Coast von Valencius demands a report on the defective unit's status from the Technomats. Technomats' long-winded and detailed report could have been summarized in a single key point. Despite the servitors' abnormal behavior, they were still quite capable of carrying out tasks, and therefore the circumstances did not call for their termination. All present alright. Ordered one of the servitors be disassembled. The group of Technomats hurried to act upon the Lord Captain's command. The servitor's mechanical parts separated with clicks, naps, and hisses. The sutures between its wrinkled pale flesh and its augments were laid disgustingly bare. We watched Technomats do their work and could see every centimeter of the servitor's stiff muscles, abounding with valves and cavities pierced by countless cords and tubes. Disassembly and analysis complete, the Technomats concurred the unit was in working order. Nothing in the dissected body that lay before us could provide any insight into the reason behind the defects. One should note, I should make note of one more thing. At that moment, all of us present discovered that not just the eyes, but the hands and heads of some of the servitors were now shaking too. It was as if the mechanized servants were overcome with some primordial terror. Alright, they held their breath. Turned to announce his decision. His lordship looked at me with unwavering resolve, and it was that confidence that wrenched me out of my nightmarish stupor that had me tensely observing the scene unfolding before me. The Lord Captain gave the order to, we're going to go Iconoclast. Dispose of the servitors so that their human souls may be released from torment. Iconoclast +3. The Lord Captain's commands was executed post-haste. All defective units were incinerated in furnaces, and their remains were expelled into the void. Crews were provided with replacement servitors and soon forgot all about the destroyed unit's peculiarities. This incident haunts my memories to this day. With the fate of the defective servitors decided, nothing could now distract the Lord Captain from his mission. Alright, defective servitors complete. And if we look here, we are that much closer to the next level. Alright, let's go over here. I don't know what's the deal with Lord Winterscale? Hold on. Let me click this. Voidship engines here. New blood. Okay. Lord Inquisitor Xavier's powerful mysterious figure contracts. I forgot. So, since I was an early backer, I do have access to the deluxe edition of stuff. So, we can go here. The records. Shrine of Remembrance. We have our little vault, which is nice. So, I'm going to actually... I thought there was a way to quickly do this. No? I don't want to waste too much time. But all these books, I like a clean inventory. Watch any of my handwritten note. So that one we're going to keep. I screwed this up. So these things are probably worthless now. But we'll throw them in here. Keep that. Alright. We're going to go over here. Get all this stuff. So this is all like the kind of bonus loot or gear that I have. So we're going to do type. And then we're going to do oldest to newest. Collect all. You guys can see. We're out to St. Drusus. 10 to 13. Let me see here. Ooh, this is worse. Does not have area effect damage. Okay. Mark of the ruler. Oop. Alright. Commerce, a marvelous compact weapon in the form of a ring that allows the wearer to fire a single laser shot once per combat. We're gonna put this on you. It receives -5 less damage from critical hits. The wearer gains +10 coercion. We're gonna throw that on you. Negotiator pistol. Blast wave shotgun. Why does it keep doing? Oh, because it wants me to upgrade. So we are going to put on this special shotgun. 8 to 12. Where did the other shotgun go? Matter. 10 to blast wave though. Shots from this shotgun push targets 3 cells away, even if the shots miss. So that's nice. Heirloom auto pistol. Negotiator pistol. So I kind of feel like some of this stuff sucks. We're gonna go boom. Oh, gotta manually move it. Hang with me here. Heirloom pistol. Sanctioned psyker. Okay. Loot. Is there more loot? Okay, let's see here. Final transaction with the Chartists are fully complete. Okay, good to know. His chagrin is relevant. Vogfir's mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources all wasted. He has failed at what he was supposed to be irreproachable at, uncovering spies, and this one was a senior officer. I'm not about to discard him. Kudrin has served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly for the Protectorate. Besides, he is no fool. He cannot have seriously expected to become the next in the Von Valencius line when the skills and talents his master would whispers are so valuable. Let his disinheritance serve as a humiliating but instructive lesson from which he may learn. Ah, interesting. Alright. Depending on... Guess we're not observant enough to open that. I think we can technically open that. Alright, so I don't know what the deal is with the Winterscale kid. I was under the impression he was going to come aboard our ship, but I might have misinterpreted or misunderstood. We're going to get back on track here. And on this one, we have Thunder Fang. Do we, based on property, plus 10 dabs against melee attacks? It's kind of nice. I like this. The wearer's ranged attacks decrease their target's dodge by -5%. Does not stack. I think I'm gonna get this. And oh, what do you have? We're gonna do this. Who has the best coercion? 30. Grants +5 ups for each enemy in the 2-cell radius. Alright, in lieu of that, we're just putting it on the person who doesn't have a cape. I don't, is this done? I don't know why it has. Alright, hold on, we're gonna science this. We're gonna call this probably a shorter episode, because we're gonna try to get kind of, I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish the main planet here. Are they gone? Yeah, they're gone.
I always keep my options open.
Alright, I'm not sure how. I will get this teed up. New blood, machine spirit keepers, land on. I will get down. We will. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you have been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hands. Oh boy. What the heck? Raise your head with a start. Someone else is here in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their numbers, you recognize the disfigured and bloody faces of those who died on the ship's bridge and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As if on its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of your desk, a sole remnant of Kunrad Vokvir's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in nightmare's slow advance. Alright. Stop. I did not wish for any of you to die. The dead remain deaf to your words, creeping ever closer with the inevitability of death itself. You belatedly realize that your trembling hand has found the shard when its razor-sharp edge cuts into your palm. An unbearable bright light floods everything around you, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon, a skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design and an unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The strap tapestry is woven. The path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. I'm gonna throw the blade away. Never. Your body refuses to obey your mind. The handle feels as if it has become one with your hands, and the gaze of the demonic eye sets your very soul ablaze. Resisting your fate is futile. You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. You awaken from the vision kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste in your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces and the image of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut in your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what has transpired. Blade shard. Oh man, it's growing! Or we got another portion of it. You'd rather die than touch that thing again. As you reach a shaking hand for your box to call for a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive. Pick up the cursed artifact and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. Alright, so we do have a noble sword. 10 to 15. Hold on. Yeah, I don't... 11 to 16. Interesting. So, disturbed effect. If the target of the attack is already suffering from a disturbed effect, the attack deals an additional wielder. We're gonna... Okay. Alright. Seems like a lot is transpiring between going to different spots. I'm gonna head to the starport and then go to Footfall for repairs. But we're gonna call this an episode here. It's gonna be a shorter one, and then we're gonna try to cover most of this if we can. Interesting. Should have probably. Servitor greets you with a din of ordnance and the smell of explosive tickle your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who's firing at whom. Halt! Weapons on the ground, or I'm firing. A man in torn and dirty uniform hobbles towards you from behind the chunks of rock and crumpled plastic. His cracked helmet is adorned with a crooked label that reads Sergeant Malgar. Sergeant Malgar. Alright, so our skies are unlocked and the rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you just let happen to land in our rear without a scratch to show for it? And on a shuttle like that, where did you get it? Stolen from the palace, isn't it? He's usually awed by the resplendent gold of your transport. Grab 'em, lads. We've got ourselves a rebel landing force. Abelard turns purple. By the Holy Throne, what is this mess? They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. Alright, you must be mistaken. I am the rogue trader of House von Valencius. Shoulder grows more and more pale with every word you say. As soon as you are done speaking, he falls to his knees. My mistake, your lordship. I didn't recognize you, sir. Please, pardon my blunder. It's a bloodbath in here. A frag grenade cuts off the rest of the sergeant's sword. Shrapnel flies everywhere, and a piece screech with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm, and is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. Sergeant curses hastily, says an army prayer for the dead. The rasping cough, the sergeant turns back. Pardon me, sir. Sergeant Les Malgar reporting. My unit is waiting to report on the governor's orders. How may I serve? What's going on here? Unrest stirred armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First lower levels sparked, then it went up the spires. They hit the Vox hubs, arsenals, the mag train stations. Then Felix tore off his mask precisely because he knew about the trouble on Rykadi Minoris. He knew that none of our allies would come to our aid. Cassie lets out a sorrowful sigh. You may continue your report, peasant. She's awesome. My unit was here when it all went to the Groxes. The tech priest linked the satellite reported sightings of a strange void ship in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for landing on Rykadi Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures in order to increase securities at the key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised and we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold out. They're crushing us, the scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements came. We're running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here any minute. Alright, who are you anyways? Sergeant Las Malgar, sir, 11th generation loyal soldier of the House Winterscale, awarded 3 commendations for faultless service, ever since the olden days. His lordship, the rogue trader, had recruited soldiers and shipwrights on Rykadi Minoris, so there is no greater honor for a Rykadian than serving his lordship with diligence. What caused the rebellion? Ill thoughts, sir. We've fallen on hard times. The ground keeps shaking. Things keep exploding. The people are scared. They've forgotten all about their duty. And that's when those Emperor Forgive Me preachers came. They started riling everyone up. Sure enough, we shot a few, but they just kept coming, more and more of them. Alright. Pat on my shoulder. You're doing fine work, Malgar, and so are your troops. It's people like you that hold the Imperium together. I live to serve. The sergeant's grim voice rings with a martyr's pride. Do you happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come here? At the word Inquisition, Sergeant's face fills with awe. I don't know, sir. There definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire at the headquarters, your lordship. Alright. I'm gonna go see the governor. If I may report, sir, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damned anti-aircraft battery, there's absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will voxcast orders to them to wait for you, and I'll inform headquarters. They better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we will follow the governor's orders and hold the line here. Dear finds as her gaze grows distant as if she's looking through the sergeant. You're a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on your hands, both yours and others. You know the same hand that salutes now might falter in darkness. Rank and epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head around these fancy words you're saying. I see plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight till my last drop. Alright, is there a path that, Alright, you're a good soldier, Malgar. I will see that your heroism is noted. I live to serve. Another explosion interrupts. On your travels, you will hear rumors. Those of them that are deserving of the rogue trader's attention are logged in a separate journal. So we're gonna take a look here, and then we're gonna call this an episode. Unidentified void ship. So we want to kind of figure that out. Let's, yeah, collect that. Alright.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright. Let's see here. Goods. Oh. Pilot. Nemus. The pilot dressed in a crumpled uniform adorned with the Von Valencia's coat of arms. Souls look quite pale. White hands bear red marks left by the wheel. The scream of terror she let out when the missile flew right past her shuttle is etched in your memory. Her voice quivers slightly, but even her fear cannot stop her from using typical Voidman jargon. That was some flight, your lordship. If we'd been here a little less lucky, we'd be checking in at the port in the sky right now. Alright. Well, what was that weapon they fired at us? Can't say I know, your lordship, but the shot it fired certainly flagged quick. I've never seen guns like that before, and they were firing from far away, almost from beyond the bar. The horizon, that is. Who gave those yobs a terrifying contraption like that? Your name, pilot? My bad there, your lordship. Senior flyer, senior pilot Nemus, appointed by the senior deck officer to serve your personal shuttle. So we're not gonna have her fly
Keep
us,
your
because
wits
that's
about
gonna
you.
go down like a lead balloon. Literally. Let's do some quick upgrades and we're gonna call this an episode. If you do want to see more, please be sure to drop a note and let me know. By commenting and or dropping a thumbs up. Or both. Alright. For each round, spare magazine. Yeah, I think we're going to do spare magazine for Fortress World. And this skill is affected by perception. It encourages the subconscious ability to react to things. Awareness allows a character to notice traps cleverly hidden. So let's just think about this. Where's yeah, we're gonna go awareness. All right. Carouse. Oh no, we're gonna go medicate for now. We're gonna serve when Imperial character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally in such ability, their resolve is increased. Let me see here. Warrior has not attacked this turn. Area attacks deal additional 1 plus strength damage for each enemy in the area of effect. So we're going to do this. Ramming speed, charge distance. Yes, please. There's a lot of good stuff here, so it's kind of hard to decide. Instant exposure. Expose weaknesses cost. Alright, that's actually, I think, kind of good. I think if we go down. Character level 10. So we're going to want to do psi ratings. Alright. So what was... I don't know what our humanity's finest was. When the psyker uses divination psychic powers on an ally without any unnatural luck effect, the ally gains an unnatural luck. When the ally suffers a critical hit, it becomes a normal hit. Instead, the unnatural luck effect is removed. That is kind of nice. We're going to go with that. Because we're going to be kind of buffing the dodge with the Dira. Fired up. Whenever the soldier deals damage, their critical damage is increased by 1% until the end of combat. Let me see here. Awareness. We're going to go demolition because she's our demolition expert for now. We do want commanding voice. It's going to extend the ability to use different options. Persuasion. Alright, we're going to go with persuasion. Our persuasion's only 40, 60. Okay, good decision. Alright, if you want to see more, please drop a thumbs up and comment, and hope to see you in future videos. In this one, we are going to try to take on a lot of these different moves. We're going to focus on the starport first, an ancient anti-aircraft battery captured. So we're going to take that battery out if we can. If it'll let us, I think it should. Streets of the capital. Loot. I don't know what's over here. But we'll figure this out. Thanks so much for watching and hope to see you in future videos. Shadow Coast out.